heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do continue, let us give a brief little review. Now, in the last part, we had Izuku and Katsuki. These two, they found themselves in Foundation custody, and after giving a bit of an interview, basically being interviewed by this version of Izuku who lived in this timeline, these two, they were taken in by the Foundation. The Foundation were very intrigued by this. This is a version of their agent from another timeline, who, from what they understand from extensive interviews and record keeping, it is actually confirmed. DNA matches, certain history matches, and there are variations in certain things, such as the year the agents were born and the way their worlds do work. Now, it was actually very intriguing. The story these two gave them was somewhat questionable in legitimacy. However, they were kept in Foundation custody for 3 years. In this amount of time, they showed the Foundation they can actually be given a level of trust. And the Foundation, they actually are using these two as assets. Now, with that being said, these two stayed with the Foundation for about 3 years. And in that amount of time, they have proven time and time again that they can be trusted. And right now, there actually is today. Today is the day that Bakugo and Izumi, they have popped up in the timeline. And the two, to say the very least, they are very confused. They popped up in the middle of nowhere, and the Foundation, they took them in whenever they wandered into an area where the red pool, it had its own presence. The two, they were questioned, and Izumi revealed that she has flame-like powers. And the two, they were transported to a Foundation site from there. Them going to have to be DNA tested, and them being flagged in the Foundation system as the counterparts to Agent Midoriya, and the person in question, Katsuki Bakugo. Now, the two stayed at a Foundation site, and after this all happened, a lot of things were going on. These two were isolated from each other and interviewed, and whenever they found the exact same story as 3 years prior, just with very small differences, such as different stories as to where they were, and the encounter with a strange, anomalous being posing as Izuku Midoriya, there were more questions, since they were covered in dark matter as well. And the area they found themselves in, from what they said, there is an anomaly present at that location. So, a team needs to be dispatched to find out where that anomaly is. Now then, with that, we do actually have about a week later, where Izumi and Bakugo, they are airlifted and transported to another Foundation site. And the two, they would land there, and they are told about what's going to be happening. Right now, since they are still seen as anomalies, they're going to be given containment cells. And once they can be seen as trustworthy, they might move them to humanoid containment. Or at least, not humanoid containment, they might move them to more preferable containment. Now, with that, the two were kind of annoyed. And there actually was Izumi. Izumi, to say in the very least amount of words, she was still trying to process a lot of the things she heard from that counterpart. He revealed to them that Izuku and Katsuki, they are in a relationship. And Izumi, the encounter with the monster in the TV, it still does somewhat haunt her. The idea that just before that she saw those two, kiss? She thought that was just a figment of her imagination. However, it's all just it's all just so ah, that's how she feels. Now, we do actually have where Izumi and Bakugo they're being escorted through a part of the site. And Izuku and Katsuki, both the two are currently sitting down and eating lunch in the Foundation cafeteria. And they're actually going a bit back and forth. As Izuku, he is asking Bakugo about a few things. "Hmm? No, I think I'll be fine. You sure? I mean, it's not too much to say that you can just skip that, right? I'm not. I don't think I can. Besides, they do want to do a lot more testing with my abilities. Like what? Oh, um, well, I'm not sure, but what about your telepathy? Yeah, they're still somewhat concerned with that. They don't know if I can just read minds and move objects. Well, I mean, I told them a lot of the data I could from Izumi. Now, Deku, he actually is going to put his fork directly down and into a piece of food. And I'm going to bring it up as he's going to look up back towards Bakugo. And he does actually slightly turn his head to see Izumi and Bakugo. Izuku? Now, Deku, he is just sitting there, with somewhat of a blank expression, before he finally does get to drop his fork. Izuku? Hello? Her waving her hand in front of his face. As Deku is going to jump up and going to get out of his seat. Izumi! Bakugo! Now, a lot of people are going to look at that. As the guards who were walking these two through the cafeteria, they do see these two. And they do actually somewhat do a bit of a double take. As Izumi, she's going to see Izuku and Katsuki. Now, it is a bit of a grand reunion. However, the guards, after the two do all crowd together, they do try to advise to be careful, since these two are anomalies. No, okay, listen, this is all. Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. This is my counterpart, me from another reality. I'm not the Foundation's Midoriya here. Wait, what? There's a counterpart here? Izumi, not right now. No, we have a lot to talk about and discuss. I mean, where the hell are we? Okay, Izumi, listen, just calm down. I am not going to calm down. There is a lot I want to know about, and a lot I want to hear about. Quite frankly, there is a lot of shit we need to discuss, and if we don't, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Besides, there's a bit of an issue here. Her holding up her hand, and producing a flame. And Deku is going to directly stare at that. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better about having your powers. You have my powers? Yeah. Listen, Izumi. Right now, just, calm down. Do not tell me to calm down. Last week, we had the encounter with that fucking crazy god, and you're telling me to calm down. I mean, the last time I saw you, you got your brain scrambled, didn't you? How are you alive? Oh, uh, Izumi. Her turning back towards Bakugo. Okay, listen, I don't wanna. I am trying to keep my cool, but the entire situation is crazy. Izumi, what? Izuku, he's alive and well because that was 3 years ago. Excuse me. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Alright, listen, sorry to break this up, but right now we need to get you two to your cells, and we need to properly debrief you on the situation. Afterwards, you will talk to Foundation doctors, and you will be able to have visitors. Now, Izumi Shizuka wants to talk about how no, she wants to talk to them right now. And if it means that she does have to get a little bit violent, she is more than willing to just be where a hand is put on her shoulder. And Izumi Shizuka look back towards, well, Katsuki. Izumi, right now we should listen to them. How are you being so calm about this? Izumi, listen to them. They have guns. We don't. We have powers. But take a look around for a second. Her doing so. As a lot of the people in the cafeteria, they are holding onto weapons. And she does somewhat stare at that. They're in a military facility. Okay. Sorry. You're right. Izumi, it's okay. Besides, they said we'll get visitors after we go to our cells. For right now, let's just do that, take a breath, and calm down. Okay? You're still shaken from the encounter. Okay, fine. But this is not over. We all need to have a chat, especially about you two. Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? We know about you two. Oh, oh, um, well, there's a good way to explain this. Oh, I really hope so. Because if I can't get a good explanation about it, or even understand how you two started, ugh, I just want some answers. Okay? Because I'm worried. Because I don't think you two are good together. Excuse me? Yes, Katsuki, I don't believe you should be dating him. Why? Because he's. Because he's you? No? Okay. That has something to do with it, yes. But that is because this point where something does get jabbed directly into Izumi's arm. And Izumi, she's going to somewhat turn and look directly at that. A needle is scraped across her arm. And the person holding the needle, they do go to directly grab onto, well, the top of it. Huh? Then pulling it away to see the needle is bent. Okay, try that again, and I will punch you. Listen, I'm just trying to do my job here, ma'am. Please just follow our directives, and we can get you two settled. We can get you some food, and you can have a proper chat with these two. Preferably not screaming in the cafeteria. Now, Izumi, she is a bit annoyed. However, after some urging from Bakugo, she does somewhat reluctantly walk away. And Deku and Katsuki, they do both go to look back towards each other. Okay. So, how do you think that this is gonna go? I don't know. Yeah, that's that's pretty accurate. But they've said that the last week has been crazy. Yeah. So, where have they been? I want to say they've been on another Foundation site for the last week, but I'm not too sure. But then again, did Bakugo seem strange to you? He kind of did. He was quiet, really quiet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's thinking about it a lot. You think he's processing it? I mean, I'm not too sure. The two sitting back down at their table. And Deku, he does just don't think about it. Okay, so let's see. How to explain this let's try to run through the ways. Now, Deku, he tries to think back on everything. How exactly did she find out? Okay, could it have been during the time in the militaristic world? Okay, but I mean, they were married there, so some of the times where they are in public, they were just playing the part. But does she think that that has something to do with it? Does she think that that could have been what caused the relationship to spark? Okay, but they need to really clear this up. Now, there actually is Katsuki. who she is thinking about this as well. However, she's going at this from another perspective. She's looking at the memories. Does she think that Izumi may have thought because of the memories they started a relationship? Is that the whole issue? I mean, if that's the case, then the same could be said for her and Bakugo. I mean, the way those two have interacted in the past has seemed a bit suspicious. And that was just before they even interfered in this timeline. Or the other timeline. Okay. But there's also the fact that those two, they always seem to hang out together sometimes. There is that. Okay, so an explanation, it's going to be needed. Now, the two, they just don't try to come up with a bit of a story. And there actually is where the two, they are told shortly afterwards that visitors can be allowed to these two. And the two, they would somewhat go to leave. And there actually is where instead of Izumi and Katsuki going to meet together, and Deku and, well, Katsuki meeting together, Izuku, he meets with Izumi. And Katsuki, she meets with Katsuki. Now, with that, we actually do have where Deku, he does get to walk into Izumi's cell. And whenever he does get to walk through the door, Izumi, she's going to somewhat stand up. Her stepping aside from the table and walking towards Izuku. Okay, Izumi. Listen, there is a very good explanation for all of this. I hope so. Her stepping directly up to Deku. Before cocking back her fist, Nuki going to punch him across the face. And Deku, he does this someone going to turn his head and going to put his face back in the same direction, facing forwards. As Izumi, she does look directly at Deku, who he does now have a bloody nose. Okay, Deku going to fix it, popping it back in place as his nose was twisted a bit to the right. Oh, I don't think I deserve that. Midoriya, would you like us to enter the room now? No, don't. Leave us be. Okay, so I'm confused. Are you the counterpart? Because I heard you had a counterpart in this reality. No, I'm me, Izumi. Prove it. The militaristic world. Yeah, more than that. The monster that crawled out of the TV and then we opened fire on it. Okay, fair enough. Feel better now? I feel somewhat better. Now, explain to me how you two started dating, because I'm very curious about that. Okay, fine. Now, Deku, he does try to somewhat explain it. And Azumi, she does hear Deku tell her the truth. It started whenever the two lost their memories. They didn't trust each other, but they started to build a bit of a bond. And, well, there was the fact that they were the last two remaining on Earth. And they were curious. How did they know each other? Why are they the only ones left alive? All you have is burned out buildings and corpses, along with the animals. So it was sort of easy to understand how the two could, foster a relationship, especially whenever they had amnesia. Now, it is sort of surprising to her. And she just tried to at least ask Izuku if he is, well, actually caring of her. What type of question is that? Answer it. What do you mean? Answer it. Okay, but tell me what you mean. Okay, fine. You know what I mean? I'm worried for her, okay? Because she isn't as outspoken as I am. Really? Yes. I mean, okay, I know what you're talking about, Izumi. You do. We spent the last 3 years together. 4, actually, including that world. So you guys were together at the start of that other one. We started dating, actually. When? The. We started talking about it whenever we got to the house that first time. Then we just sort of see how things would go. Things seemed strange at first, but we started to get comfortable. The more time we spent together, the more we discovered memories. The more memories we discovered, the more things felt right. See, we're going off the memories of that timeline, weren't you? Really? You know what I meant. You followed what felt natural. Even after we left that world and came here, Izumi, things felt natural. Fuck. What? I'm sorry for punching you. You are? Yes. Listen, she's. I. You care for her. Exactly. Thank you. And you don't want her to get hurt, even if it's by you. That's a pretty good way of putting it, actually. Yeah. I understand, Izumi, but I care for her a lot. We we love each other. You know what? I I can't really be mad because I've been thinking about Bakugo that way. I'm sorry, you have? Shut up. No, no, sorry. Just surprising is all. Is it? I mean, he always covered my back whenever we were together and needed help. He was an asset to me in the. He was a friend to me in the other world. The first one. We didn't know what to do. We were scared. We were confused. And then there was the 2077 place. I mean, he did a lot for me. I mean, there was this one time where we were supposed to look at some data to take down the asshole who put a contract on our heads. I wanted to get a look at it, but the guy said it was some pretty bad shit. Yeah, um, I heard about that. The the copy of you? Yeah. He made me see a few things from other realities. I know. I was there. He wiped away my face though. Sorry about that. He stole my mouth. Oh, so um um can you give me some advice about about Bakugo? Oh, I guess I can try. Now, we actually will cut over to Katsuki and Bakugo. Or, for the sake of it, Katsuki and Katsuki. That's gonna get real fucking confusing. Okay, so let's just refer to Katsuki as Katsuki and Katsuki as Bakugo. So, to make things a little bit easier. Now, Katsuki is just gonna walk into the room. Sitting down, to see that Bakugo, he actually is a little bit more relaxed. His face does look a little, well, surprised by a few things, but the fact is, he's doing that thing where he's thinking, and he's being quiet about it. Plus, his expression. He's just kind of. What's the best way of saying it? He has his face just resting the way it is. He's not trying to flex any muscles or do anything with it. However, his eyes, they do remain laser focused, just like a soldier. So, um, I know you expected to talk to Izuku, but But what? Um, but okay. I've been concerned about you guys finding out about this, and I have just been trying to. I don't care. Huh? Listen, me and Izuku, we're best buds. We're pals, even. Hell, practically brothers. But I've. I was in the other reality for long enough to know how things are, how it's different. I've seen you two get together once, and I'm not going to lie. I thought I wouldn't see it with you two since we jumped into other worlds, but now it's just here. I prepared myself for it mentally over 10 years ago. I spoke at your guys' wedding. I also was the best man. I mean, me and him were childhood friends, remember? Oh, you're taking this better than I thought. Yeah. Um, so how did you guys find out? The copy guy. The other version of Izuku? The thing wearing his face. You still believe that? Of course I still believe it. Okay, calm down. Okay, sorry. It's just, it can't be him. Bakugo, I'm saying it can't be him. Plus, from what you said, there's more than one? How are there, how is there even a version of him that has powers like that? Let alone more than one. Bakugo, there's a lot going on in this reality too. If you take a look at it, it does help to expand your horizon. Really. Okay, fine. Tell me one thing that can help me expand my horizon here. Bigfoot exists. What? Okay, that's bullshit. No, it's real. He's SCP-1000. SCP. Okay, yeah, I've heard that thrown out there. Okay, fine. Name another one then. I don't remember the number, but Mount Everest is covered in corpses. How is that relevant? If they touch you, they freeze you to death. Fair enough. Okay, so what about another one then? Um, well, I really probably shouldn't be telling you this, but there's an SCP called the Scarlet King. The who? Yeah. From what the Foundation understands, there's only one of him in existence. And the Scarlet King, he's he's a multiversal threat. The Scarlet King. Yeah. Listen, this guy, he's been trying to destroy the Foundation. He's been trying to take over humanity. And he's been trying to breach this reality. He has multiple brides who gave birth to devastating monsters, one of which is believed to be SCP-682. What's important about him? He's basically Fenrir but a lizard, and unkillable. Wait, hang on. Fenrir as the ever-growing wolf Fenrir? Yeah, but he only gets bigger whenever he eats stuff. And he looks like, well, a skinned crocodile, I want to say, with his face? I don't believe you. I can get a file if I can get one with my clearance. However, I can make a request to let you see it. Okay, fine. Let's say that the Scarlet King is real. Is that who's fucking with us? Throwing us to different realities? Some king, self-proclaimed, who just has infinite power? La-di-da. If the Scarlet King really does exist, and he's the one fucking with us, then I'm pretty sure we know. What? He wants to take over reality and control it, rule over it? If that's the case, then why not just force his way through the reality? Force his way into our world? I don't know. You see the problem with that? You see my issue with all of this? I do. Fine. Fine. Sure. Get me a file unrestricted, and I'll believe you. Show me something that's anomalous then. Right? That's the right word? Anomaly? Bakugo, we've been jumping through different realities. Okay, stop. Okay? I just I just want to go home. I know. I want to go home. I want to go to UA. I want to live my life. Just I just I don't care. Send me back to the other fucking military world. I liked it there. It grew on me after 20 years. Bakugo, just take a breath, okay? No. I'm tired, Izumi. You guys have been doing this shit for how long, and I've done it for 2 decades. Okay, I get where you're mad. Where I'm mad. You guys have been jumping for how long? I've been doing it for 7 years. And Izuku? He lived through different versions of his own life. What? He was laying on the ground screaming through his... He was screaming in agony without a mouth, okay? That's the best I can tell you it. How does that work? I don't know, Bakugo. Tell me, how does an Eldritch God work? Touché. Exactly. He lay there on the ground screaming to the point where his eyes just went blank, okay? He said he would show him other worlds. He tried to do that to Izumi. What? He said he was going to show her something. I told him not to. And he was annoyed at me. He seemed just so... I don't know. I didn't like it. I know. I don't like it either, Bakugo. But, thanks for understanding me and Izuku. Huh. Sure. And, sorry. For what? Sorry I lost my temper for a second. I just, I'm just tired. I don't feel good. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. See about getting you that file. And hey, maybe I can introduce you to 999. Who? He's the tickle monster. Okay, I'm sorry. The tickle monster exists? Not in the way you'd be familiar with it, but he's more like an orange slime with a consistency of peanut butter. You've met him? Oh my god, yes, I have. He's so adorable. Fuck off. Now I know you're messing with me. Actually, I'm not. So I'll put a request in and we'll see about what we can do with that, okay? Sure. I'll be happy to meet your peanut butter tickle monster. Oh, I'm sure you will be. You'll feel a lot better afterwards. Now, Balko should go to some leave. And Bakugo, he is actually still a bit more surprised. Okay, so he knew there was some crazy shit about this reality. But Mount Everest is covered in corpses. Bigfoot exists. An Eldritch God. Another one, apparently. And the tickle monster? What the hell is going on here? Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.